Yep. Brandon the Cheat Pickerel, 16th man on the field for the Highlanders. Okay, to be fair, the referee was pretty good throughout the game, pretty consistent. Pickerel actually did a pretty good job overall, but there were two really critical decisions that the referee made, quite frankly, really wrong, and resulted in 2 Highlander tries. I'm not sure what the TMO is doing, but the referee on the field sometimes can get overwhelmed with too many things going on. But the TMO should have, notified the referee that there were issues involving in these 2 tries. So first up, the second try by the Highlanders, right? The second try by Mikaele Tu'u, who is absolute machine, number 8. This try, he was one of the tacklers from the Fijian Drua, was blocked by the Highlanders, and there should have been an obstruction, and there should have been no try. I can just show you right now, okay? The number 2 takes out the defender before he goes in for the try. I mean, I don't know what else to say. You can tell me what we're looking at here, right? Like, that he takes out the defender here, and the number 8 from the Highlanders gets to run through for a try. Run through a gap for a try. I don't know what else to say. Like, that's obstruction. And the TMO should have stepped in and looked at that. That was a really bad call by the referee there. And the second one, the final one, which kind of like finally got the Highlanders ahead with the try at the end, the third try by the Highlanders. This was a really bad call by the referee. So the Moor started moving, right? And then once he stopped, the Fijians did exceptionally well to stop the Moor, right? And when the Moor stops, the referee should have called stop once, and then if the Moor stops again, they have to use it. But when the Moor stopped, the referee didn't call it. And then the Highlanders start moving the Moor again. And then it was the second time the Moor stopped, the referee finally calls that stopping once, which gave the Highlanders a huge advantage in this situation, because the Endurers felt like they've already stopped the Moor, and the referee just didn't call it. And with the line out that was 5 meters out, that is like guaranteed a try almost. If you just given the Highlanders an extra chance to move the Moor forward with 5 meters line out, how much room is there to move? And it was, I can show you as well. I can show you this, and then you'll be able to see it. So like you can see it. Like I'll show you the highlights here. Like I don't care if the copy strikes me, but I'll show you. Okay. The Moor. Okay. So so they've already stopped the Moor, right? So the Moor, that's already stopped once. The referee hasn't got his hand up. You can see it stopped. Now he stopped the second time. The referee notifies the players that it was a stoppage. So you can see this already, okay? So the Moor's already stopped. Right here, it stopped. The referee has not indicated that it stopped. And then it stops the second time. And then the referee indicates that it's been stopped again. Right? You can probably... the sound's off. But like, you can see it really clearly. The Moor is already stopped here. It's not moving. It's not moving. Referee has not indicated that it stopped. Now he indicates the stop once. After the Moor started moving again for the second time. Huge advantage for the Highlanders to get 2 dabs at the Moor. It was horrendous. I could not believe it. I could not believe this call. Like, that was... this was such a beautiful game. And, the referee... it was just so frustrating, man. So frustrating. Like, just 2 really important decisions by the referee. I felt the Drua should have won this one. I mean, it was such a beautiful game. This was by far the best game the Fijians played all year. It was absolutely beautiful to watch. Really good hard running, hard hitting. It was the first sold out Super Rugby game in 2022. Beautiful beachside stadium. And just beautiful Fijian style rugby. Hard running, hard hitting. And yeah, just really good intensity. Very few mistakes. And sold out. What else can I say? The game kicked off with the haka by the Highlanders, which just absolutely, laid out the challenge for the Endurers. And the Endurers responded with a Nabole. Oh man, this was like, I was hyped. I was hyped before this game even kicked off. And then some shuffling by the Highlanders side. Aaron Smith back in the fold, really huge. And also having Mitchell Hunt, they put him back at a 10. Realizing that putting him at a 15 last week was a pretty bad idea. Big shuffling around. And then Endurers came out. Was really clinical performance by the Endurers. Actually was winning against the Highlanders for most of the game, all the way to the end. Before that more try, I thought it was a bad call there. Yeah, before that more try was given. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. This was, let's have a look at the stats. 3 tries apiece. The Fijian Drua, 400 run meters to the Highlanders, 300. Turnovers conceded though. 18 turnovers conceded for the Endurers. Highlanders only conceded 10 turnovers. There was way too many small mistakes by the Endurers. The lineouts didn't work. Was really struggling once again. There was quite a bit of a knock on as well. Maybe it was a bit grubby out there. Looked like a bit of an overcast. It was shiny. Sun was out. It was beautiful at the start, and then it looked like overcast. Maybe got a bit humid out there. Tackle count 106 to the Highlanders, 84 for the Endurers. 12 missed tackles for the Endurers. Actually had fewer missed tackles for the Endurers than the Highlanders, who actually missed 27 tackles. Kicks in play, 25-21. This is actually a really high kicking game for the Endurers. Their kicking was almost non-existent for like the first 9 rounds of the game. Last week they started kicking, and it was like not just any random kicking. It was the Fijian style of kicking, the little grubber kick behind, using the speed, using the pace, using the ball handling, trying to recover that. They did that really well last game against the Blues. But this game, they showed that, and they also showed some pretty good on-field kicking as well. Something that they really reluctant on doing in previous matches. But finally seeing that they have some really good kicking game out of the Fijians. Really huge improvement. Like this was like almost like a test match performance by the Fijians. This was really good. I really felt it was, those referee decisions really didn't live up to the expectations, to the level of Super Rugby that this game really deserved. Those 2 really critical referee mistakes, I don't know what else to say. Fijians, again, line out, huge issue. There's 6 line out loss on your own throw. That is not good. And a lot of these were just not straight. The line outs look a lot better last round for the Fijians. But for some reason, maybe it's the pressure, the fans. Yeah, 6 line outs lost against their own line out throws. The scrummaging was quite even. The Fijians actually had earned some scrum penalties along the way as well, which was really good. The discipline for both teams were just exceptional. 5 penalties considered for the Fijians, and then 7 for the Endurers. At halftime, the penalties conceded count for Fiji. At halftime, the penalties count was 2 apiece. So really good first half as well. It was just beautiful rugby to watch, and it was really like such a shame that this game was so close. Like, it was such a close game for referees to make to make mistakes like that. I was really like, I don't know, face palming myself, I would say. So let's quickly have a look through some of the key moments in the game. Right from the start, the Fijians, was looking, the Highlanders, right from the start, Highlanders kind of like going into the game is known to be like a kicking favorite team. They really love the kicking games. Right from the start, they kick the ball away. The Endurers gets the ball. Immediately goes, hey, you like kicking? We don't. So they decide to run the ball out of their own 22 following, after receiving the kick, right? They essentially runs, they essentially just start running out of their own 22. The ball goes just really good, like quick ball to the winger, and the Highlanders miss tackle on Hambosi on the wing. He runs him down in the wing, and then the Lomani, Hambosi runs down the wing. He steps in field, quick. He throws the pass to Lomani on his inside, runs in, steps Mitchell Hunt. I think it was Mitchell Hunt. Steps Mitchell Hunt. Might be the fullback. Just run straight in under the post. 2 minutes into the game, following a Highlanders poor kick. Straight away, Fijian, like the whole place was just going crazy. Straight away, Fijian up 7 points to 0. And then 2 minutes later, the Fijian started to get more adventurous. They tried to run the ball out their own 5-meter line, and then there was a forward pass, which let the Highlanders a really good opportunity to attack inside their own 22. So maybe got a bit too overconfident there after that first try. You know, maybe not throwing those passes in front of their own 5-meter line. Yeah, it was a little bit scary. So then the obviously Highlanders gets the opportunity to attack in the Fijian. Fijian 22, they get the one of the Highlanders players actually looked like he scored. He runs in, he sees the post, he plants the ball on the bottom of the post. Traditionally, this used to be a try, right? But nowadays they changed the law. That's no longer a try. So he obviously wasn't updated on the law. He plants the ball on the post, even though he could have reached over the try line. He literally could have been reaching over the try line. He was just, you know, he was basically held by the ankle. Could easily reach over the try line. But he thought it was a try against the post. So he just put the ball down on the post. And then, yeah, there was no try. But a minute later, the Highlanders was playing advantage. There was the Highlanders goes for another scrum. Some really good, nice handling. There was just a nice little loop pass out wide. Sam Gilbert on the wing gets the ball, wide open space in front of him, goes in for the first try for the Highlanders. And center field scrum 5 minutes out. It's really, really dangerous for the Highlanders. So suddenly the score is level at 7 points to 7 with only 8 minutes up. 15 minutes into the game, Highlanders kicking game is really clearly trying to ping the Fijians in their own half, and the Highlanders finally get themselves in a good position in the Fijian half, tries to attack, and then they get themselves turned over. After the good kicking game, they get themselves turned over at the breakdown. The Fijian goes, we're not going to play the kicking game. Gets the ball turnover. Just quick hands to the wing. Humbosi once again burns himself down the sideline. Shrugs off one of the defenders. Runs like 60 meters for the try. The entire stadium at this point was jumping off their like there was no roof, but it was just absolutely going bananas right now. Right, Humbosi goes in, runs 60 meters, 14 points to 7. Fijian gets himself back ahead. On the 18th minute, Fijian gets caught offside. The Highlanders decide to settle the game down a little bit. Goes for 3 points, 14 points to 10. Highlanders pulls himself back a bit. On the 22nd minute, once again, Humbosi makes a huge run, and then the Highlanders gets penalized for offside. So the Fijian gets a penalty advantage. They get the ball out to the number 10. Teller gets the ball. He sees the space behind. Grubber kick. That strategy that worked so well last week against the Blues. He grubber kicks the ball behind into the Highlanders end zone, and the big inside center Ravuvu runs in, plants the ball down, like just slides onto the ball. Beautiful third try. It was just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful to see this. Goes in for the third try for the Fijians. And Fijians put themselves back again, 21 points to 17. On the 30th minute, the Highlanders strikes back. There was a scrum penalty. Highlanders kicks the ball out for a 7-meter line out, okay? And one face later, this is where I showed you. It looked like to me that the one face, they set up a pot, the number 8 gets the ball. It looked like the hooker took out one of the defenders on the Fijian side, took out Teller, the number 10, which allowed the number 8 to bust through one of the defenders. He's just really hard running, big guy. Maka Eletu goes in for the second try for the Highlanders. And then on the 39th minute, Highlanders gets penalised for not rolling away. Aaron Smith gets penalised for on the ground, basically. He was not happy. Fijian Drua gets an opportunity to kick for 3 points, just going into halftime. So halftime score, 24 points to 17. Fijians already racked up 249 run meters to the Highlanders 129. So doubling the run meters at halftime. And The tackle count was 26 to 56, so more than that tackle count for the Highlanders. 9 missed tackles for the Highlanders. And kicks at this point, only 6 points to 7. So both teams seems to be like holding back on the kicks. Second half, the kicking really started to ramp up a bit for both teams. And then line-out lost 2 losses for the Fijians. So yeah, that was really, really, really critical for the Fijians as well, not getting those line-out packed early. So second half starts, both teams start to get really conservative in the second half. Unlike the first half, there was a lot of free-flowing rugby. Highlanders gets their first penalty opportunities in the second half. 7 minutes in the second half, the Highlanders gets their first penalty. They kick that penalty goal to close the gap to 24 points to 20. And at this point, the crowd's going crazy. The Fijian Drua are just fronting up big hard tackles. Every hit, the crowd's like, ooh, ooh. So it was really, really awesome. And then on the 59th minute, the Highlanders has an opportunity to go for 3 points. Right in front, guaranteed 3 points. They opted for a line-out. And then this is the line-out I just showed you as well. The line-out goes in. The maul clearly stops. The Fijians did exceptionally well to stop the maul. Referee doesn't call a stop. And you saw it. The Highlander player runs in, starts moving the line-out forward again. And then he stops for the second time. The referee finally calls stop once. So getting 2 goes at the maul. Really, really poor referee. And then the Highlanders follow that momentum, crashes through for that third try, pulls himself ahead, 27 points, 24. With 20 minutes left, the game was the Fijians was absolutely throwing the kitchen sinks at it. The line was hurting the Fijians quite a bit, so they opted for there were a lot of penalties that was given away by the Highlanders. Fijians to take quick taps, even inside their own half. Quick tap run. Was able to get a lot of territory, but eventually just too far away from scoring those points. And the Highlanders defense being able to really stifle out those opportunities again and again. So on the 72nd minute, the Highlanders had another opportunity to kick guaranteed 3 points. They go for another 5-meter line out. Fijian stops the line out, and that was just exceptional effort. Not only they stop the line out, they get the ball turned over, and they try to run the full length of the field. And and then they piggyback another penalty as well. But eventually, the Highlanders defense was just a little bit too strong. So finally, with about a minute left, Highlanders gets the ball. I think it was a penalty, maybe it might have been a knock on. And then just, Highlanders run the clock down. There was a knock on. Highlanders get the scrum, kicks the ball out, and that's where the game ended. So, Brendan Pickerel, mate, such a high quality match. 2 really, 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 I thought, important bad decisions. Led 2 tries for the Highlanders, which in my opinion should not have been so. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. This was an awesome game. I think all Super Rugby games should be played in Fiji. And this was such a good spectacle. I really, really enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys a bit later for the next game. Cheers.